Welcome to the Ride for Rights YouTube channel. Ride for Rights is a bike tour across America promoting free speech, justice, education, and unity. In addition, Ride for Rights promotes FIRE, Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, the Southern Poverty Law Center, and the American Immigration Council. Please check out the video description below for more information.
Hey guys, we're in Avon, Colorado. We're heading up to Silverthorne today. It should be about 42 miles. Incredibly tough day. We're going over the Vail Pass, which I believe is at 10,600 feet. So yeah, it's going to be one of the marquee days of the whole trip. I'm going to try to get through it as best I can. It's 22 miles uphill. The first 11 are not too bad of a grade. The last 11 are much more of a climb. Picked up some snacks and an oxygen bottle. I hope to keep a good pace and get over this climb quick before we dive back down into Silverthorne. The Vail Pass comes right before Copper Mountain. The weather is looking nice right now, but it could be very different. It said it might rain. See you guys there.
Hey guys, so we're going to do the outro starting now because I was a little delirious when I got done, and apparently I never hit record on the first of 2 videos that I filmed. I was just talking to my phone like a crazy person. So let's get this out of the way. I don't know how to read a map. I thought Dillon Town Park was a park in Silverthorne. Dillon is its own town. So I am in Dillon. So anyway, yeah, today was beautiful. The first leg was pretty much Avon to Vale. Slight uphill, very beautiful bike trail along the river. Right after Vale, it kicked up to a pretty steep grade, up a road onto a bike trail. Really nice view, but a really tough climb. Saw some bikers, saw some people rollerblading downhill, which looked pretty fun. There was a fair amount of construction going on, but the construction workers were very accommodating in keeping the trail open. I made it to the top of Vale Pass, and strength-wise I felt good, but I was having bouts of nauseousness, and I was getting some headaches. I was definitely getting some altitude sickness. Once I started coming down, the trail was a real cool winding trail down from the top of Vale Pass to Copper Mountain. Once you passed Copper Mountain, I took a left and went down to the town of Frisco. The trail down was a bike trail that was pretty straight and not too technically difficult. After Frisco, I took some side trails across the dam to get to Dillon. This took longer than I thought because I had to navigate with my phone instead of the Garmin 540 that I usually use.
Let's talk about the Garmin for a second. So last night I looked at the Garmin, it said Vale Pass was closed. So I talked to some people at the bar, they're like, no, it's open, the weather's fine. And I don't know why Garmin thought it was closed, maybe because of the construction. The construction was they were very accommodating to keep the trail open. It said it was closed on the backside, which was not true. There's nothing on the backside. It was coming up was all the construction. Once I got to the pass, at the top of the pass, I went down and the Garmin just gave up. So I had to stop a bunch of times to look at the Google Maps. Garmin gave up again and just didn't give me any instruction about where to go. Between Garmin giving up, Google Maps sending me through active mining operations, and my own sense of direction, it's definitely like the blind leading the deaf, leading the incompetent. So, but yeah, more on that saga, I'm sure, later in the trip.